What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raise.
Get ready to dive into the depths of the Italian Riviera once again. With the highly anticipated sequel, Luca 2. The first installment had us all charmed with its heartwarming story of friendship and adventure, and now we're excited to bring you a sneak peek of what's to come in Luca 2 First Look. Join us as we explore the stunning animation, unforgettable characters, and thrilling new plot twists that await. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting updates on Luca 2. After the popularity of Luca, which was initially released on June 13, 2021, fans are speculating as to whether or not a sequel will be made. The film story was written by Enrico Casarosa, Jesse Andrews, and Simon Stephenson, and Enrico Casarosa directed it. The animation, adventure, comedy, family, and fantasy genres all apply to this film. Most of the movie's filming occurred in Liguria, Italy's Italian Riviera. The film's producing firms are Walt Disney Pictures and Pixar Animation Studios. Studio Ghibli provided inspiration for the film. The movie has garnered positive reviews from viewers worldwide. What would the plot of Luca 2 be, and will it be released on Disney? Two young Italian sea monsters that dream of having adventures on land travel together in the original animated film, Luca, which was released in June 2021. The Disney Pixar film, which is set on the Italian Riviera, doesn't explicitly hint at a follow-up, but based on favorable critical reception and revealing comments from the director Enrico Casarosa, a continuation does appear likely. The major problem in Luca, a 95-minute film starring Canadian actor Jacob Tremblay as the title 13-year-old protagonist, is charmingly and quickly resolved. Luca Paguro exhibits courage by defying his parents and leaving for the surface. He then explores the possibility of being human with Alberto Scorfano, a fellow marine monster, and new companion, Jack Dylan Grazer. Luca and Alberto immerse themselves in the Italian Riviera resort of Portorosso with the help of local resident Giulia Marcovaldo, Emma Berman, while also improving their relationship and making future plans. The final scene of Luca suggests that the protagonist will start a new adventure while studying with Giulia. But by doing so, Luca will have to leave his aquatic community, as well as Alberto, who chooses to remain in Portorosso to help his new boss, Massimo Marcovaldo, the father of Giulia. Marco Barricelli. Will Luca 2 happen? Luca has received positive reviews from reviewers as shown by a certified fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It appears that fans will identify with the Disney movie's universal themes of optimism, family, and friendship. Disney and Pixar might already be considering Luca 2, even though it might not be formally announced by the end of 2021. A second Disney Luca film, or perhaps a series, has the filmmaker Casarosa excited, according to a June 2021 rumor via Entertainment Tonight. "There was no Disney at all when we proposed this," claims Casarosa. "The movie is what we truly consider first and foremost. But at this point, series pitches are being accepted. I believe Pixar has some fantastic, fresh, and exciting things in store for us in the long-form format." Luca was first revealed by Pixar in July 2020, and it was released less than a year later. Fans might anticipate a sequel to arrive at the earliest in 2024. However, considering the size of the production and the general animation process, it's unlikely that producers will choose 2023 as a probable release date for Luca 2. Pixar currently has 3 movies set for release between 2019 and 2020. 3. Turning Red, Lightyear, and an untitled animated effort. Between 2024 and 2026 is the most likely release window for a Luca 2 sequel. The complete voice cast will almost certainly return if Luca 2 materializes. Tremblay and Grazer would return to play Luca and Alberto, while Sacha Baron Cohen would play Uncle Hugo and Maya Rudolph, and Jim Gaffigan would have smaller parts as Luca's parents. It's possible that the sequel will take place somewhere other than Portorosso, which would allow for the casting of some other well-known personalities and actors who are native to Italy for a plot involving Luca and Giulia, played by Berman. The sequel will follow the main character and Giulia to their new school, based on how Luca's story ends. The story can take place anywhere in northern Italy, including the town of Portorosso, the underwater home of the sea monsters, and wherever Luca ends up. The original movie is set in the 1960s. Thus, subsequent episodes can gradually move closer to the present. The filmmakers may have plans for a collegiate-themed story that may follow the protagonists throughout the late 1960s, or early 1960s, or early 1960s, or early 1970s if Luca 2 isn't released. However, viewers might become emotionally attached to Luca's experiences right away following the Disney Pixar film's events. The year 2020 one saw the release of the debut film, Luca, and ever since then, the fan base for the film has only continued to grow. Those of you who are unaware of this film are undoubtedly losing out on a lot. Enrico Casarosa has just exceeded himself with his debut film, and this is his follow-up. Luca is an animated film. However, if as an adult, you are put off by the fact that it is based on a cartoon, you should stop and reconsider before watching any further. This film was produced by Pixar Studios, and since Disney distributed it, it is also a product of Disney. As we have already established, this movie has a sizable fan base. In addition, the IMDb rating for this movie is 8.7 out of 10, which is incredible considering it is an animated series. Given the positive reviews it has received from critics and the fact that there has already been one sequel, we can anticipate a second film. But is this expectation confirmed? Unfortunately, the answer to this question is no. We have simply assumed that based on the success this movie has enjoyed, the Disney creative head has also hinted that though this movie has done very well, it hasn't been added to the list of recent movie plans. As a result, we may not see this movie in the near future, but we can also take into account the fact that it was never mentioned as having been canceled. As a result, there is still a potential that this popular film, which has a strong message and tells the tale of a little child, will be followed by a sequel. The first installment of the franchise was initially announced in June of 2020, so we can assume that the plans and writing for the film had started long ago. The film was finally released to the public on June 13, 2020, and it had a roughly 1 hour 35-minute runtime. As far as we know, Disney hasn't added Luca 2 to its current slate of films, so it's still unclear whether a sequel will be made. However, given how the tale has developed, a sequel would have enough of material to work with and fresh adventures to explore, and given the success of the first film, it would be extremely profitable to do a follow-up. Based on how long the first movie took to make, we can predict that if production on this one begins in 2023, it will be finished by 2024. We will need to wait some more because these are only conjectures and nothing has been verified yet. Thank you for joining us for this sneak peek of Luca 2, the highly anticipated sequel to the heartwarming and adventurous story of our favorite sea monsters. From the stunning animation to the thrilling new plot twists, we can't wait to see what this movie has in store. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting updates on Luca 2 and other upcoming movies. And be sure to mark your calendars for the release date so you can join Luca, Alberto, and Giulia on their next big adventure. Until then, keep exploring and never stop chasing your dreams. See you next time